In the last session, what we discussed? Yes, guys. From online, guys. Last session, what we discussed? Any idea? From the Python. We started already Python. So we started what? Introduction, right? Introduction we started. In the introduction, yesterday what I discussed and up to now what we discussed, what we covered. Do you have any idea or forgetting daily? No. Okay. So Python installation. Okay.
Features of Python, sir.
Okay. Features of Python. Completed features of Python or need to discuss?
Completed.
Completed. So I explained all the features one by one. So
No, sir, not yet completed.
okay. Asking because how many are inactive? Okay, in the classroom. Okay, some people are saying that completed, some people are not completed. Like, hey, see, don't forget the next topic, whatever you are going to discuss. So just because daily, right now, just we started 1 hour session. Only Python slowly we are starting. Okay, so don't forget the concepts. Okay, at least you have to remember some topic name is what. Even though if you don't remember the subtopics, okay, sometimes you forget the definitions also, but at least you have to remember the titles, what we discussed. Okay, fine. See, I hope my screen is visible to you online, guys. For you also, right? Right. Yes. So, so just we are discussing the fundamentals. So fundamentals of Python. In that up to now, I discussed like introduction. Sorry, fundamentals or introduction of this one? Introduction, right? We did not start fundamentals, right? Yes, introduction. So after these fundamentals, next session we are going to start what here? Fundamentals. Okay. So just introduction only we are discussing. So introduction to Python. So in this up to now, I covered like what is Python, what is Python, next. So why Python? So where we use Python. So we got the answers for all these type of questions. Okay. So where we use or what type of application we can design. Okay. You have to know all the answers for these questions. Okay. Where we use Python in the real time. So what type of application already designed. Okay. And tomorrow you also going to design what type of applications. Okay. You have answers for all these questions, right? And also like versions of Python, versions of Python. Next what? Tell me. Download and installation of Python, right? And then modes of writing Python program, right? Modes of writing Python program. Modes of writing Python program. There are how many modes? I shown 2 modes. One is what?
Interactive mode.
Interactive mode, and the second one is what here? Batch mode. Okay. So I explained these two practically. Okay. How to work with the interactive mode and how to work with the batch mode. Okay. So what is interactive mode and what is batch mode? What is interactive mode here? Interactive mode means
Using Python shell.
Command prompt.
Python shell, right? So in the Python shell, what we do? What is the use of Python shell? I said
Like directly we can do programming without creating file.
okay, good. Without creating files, we can write the Python instructions. And okay, good. Yes, okay. So Python shell we can use for testing the Python instructions or without saving or without creating and saving Python file. Immediately we can execute some Python instructions. And batch mode means, so in the batch mode, what we do? Online guys,
Multiple instructions and multiple statements.
ah, where we
We-
do that?
We need to create Python file before.
Yes. So we need to create what? One Python file, one new Python file we have to create. That Python file we are going to save with some particular name. Every Python file contains what is the extension?
Dot py.
Dot py or dot py extension, right? So that so Python software will identify that file is belongs to Python file like that. And in that file, we are going to write some set of statements. The set of statements called here batch actually. And all these set of statements will write and also will execute at a time. Okay. Whereas in the interactive mode means one by one we are going to execute it. Whereas in the batch mode, we can write all statements at a time and we can execute only one time like that. Okay. So however, I shown a batch mode, interactive mode, both of these practically. Like there is a ideally, ideally means in the ideally I written the programs. I shown the batch mode. Okay. So that we can open, we can explore just ideally. Now see here, ideally. These are ideally, right? Ideally stands for
Integrated development language environment.
so integrated development language environment. Good. So these are editor. So where we write the Python program. So from here also we can interact with the Python shell. So where is that option here? See here, you know that already we can write the program from here. We can save it some location. Already I created one folder on the desktop. Okay. I done some addition, something like right. And here you also can use Python shell here. There is an option is called Python shell. Here also we can just click on this. See, we can use the Python shell here also. From ideally, now we can use the interactive mode and also what? Patch mode. Both we can use. Or I shown one more way is what? Through command prompt. You can connect to command prompt also. So just you can open the command prompt here. Every system having this command prompt. If anybody have the Mac, there instead of command prompt, you can find that is a terminal in the Mac ways. In the Windows, that is a command prompt. Both are same here. Now here we can connect to Python shell how? By typing a command Python or Py also. You can use short also, Py like this. Then we can connect to the Python shell. This is a Python shell, right? So all these I discussed very clearly one by one. Now, so in the last session, I started the features also. After this, we started the features of Python, right? So as I said, Python offers many features. So through these features, there are so many advantages. Okay, we'll all discuss one by one. These are the features. So first one is, I think first one I explained already. So Python is simple and easy by compared to other programming languages like C language, C++, Java, .NET. It's very simple and also easy. And also we can design the applications fast. Okay, because here we no need to write in Python, we no need to write a huge number of lines of code for any programs by comparing to other programmings. Okay, I already shown all these practicality. Okay, I written some logical programs. Okay, we'll see next. There are so many programs are there, so many topics are there. You are going to see practically. Next, second one is what? Free and open source. Free means here Python software is free of cost. Already we know that we downloaded the Python software from one official website. What is that? Python.org. From this website, we downloaded the Python software. That you know already. So if you type simply Python or python.org, now from this website, see in case if you are unable to find the button, what you see, what you do here, click on downloads. You can see that button. Okay. So from here, we downloaded the Python software free of cost. Did you pay any amount here? No. Did you register with this website? No. Is it asking any license? Means no. So it's totally free of cost. That is a original software. We download it. That will work for lifelong. Tomorrow if you want, you can also update it. Okay, that is possible. Or else you can uninstall the old one. You can install the new one also. Right. That is free of cost. Next. And open source. Open source means what? Okay. See, Python documentation is there. That is the official documentation we can find in the internet or Google. The documentation anybody can access, anybody can use. There is a Python documentation, official documentation. In that documentation, you can find anything about the Python. Let me explore that documentation here. In the Google, just we can type Python documentation. Okay. So Python documentation. Now see, you can find one more website. What is the website here? docs.python.org. 1 second. So docs.python.org. That is a official website. Okay. So let me open that once again. Yes. See, this is okay. So this is the official website, docs.python.org. So you can open in the new tab or you can click on that. Now see, this is the documentation of Python. Okay. So in this documentation, you can find anything related to Python. It's a home page actually. It's the first page or home page. Okay. Left side you can look at docs by version also. You know already what are the versions are there in Python, right? There are documentation specific to one particular version here. Which version document you want, you can click on that. You can just go to that particular document. Okay. See, right now we know that there is a version is 3.13. Okay. 3.14 is there right now? No. See what they given here? In development. So right? In development. Okay. So my Zoom is not working. Let me check once again. I want to zoom it. 1 second. Yes. Fine. Okay. Here, if you observe left side, there are different versions. 3.14 is under development right now. Maybe that will be released in the future in next couple of days. Okay. But 3.13, 3.12, these are the stable one. So you can just click on any version and you can go to that particular documentation. So right now we are 3.13.2, that is the latest documentation as given here. Now see here you can observe tutorials, libraries, okay, and frequently asked questions. Deprecated one. Deprecated one means deprecated means what I said? Outdated. Outdated one or what? Which topics we don't use? What is the alternate, for example? Okay, like there are so many concepts are introduced here. Okay, installing Python modules here. There are so many things are there. For example, here let me click on this tutorial. If I click on this tutorial, now we'll move to the Python tutorial. Okay. Here you also can learn anything about the Python. See, they given content here, just like an index. Okay. Here topic wise, you can also find and you can click which topic you want, for example. Then you can learn or go to that particular topic. Say, for example, I will click on one particular topic. So, suppose if statements, okay? One topic in Python, if statements, for loop, break, continue, else, pause. These are all different topics we are going to learn also. Let me click on the if statements. Okay. See, for example, these are if statements. We'll see this one also later. Don't worry. So, like if statement is what? What is the code for this? Some examples here. Like for statements or for loops. Examples like range function. Okay, like that. You can find anything about the Python here. Definitions along with the coding also, with output also. See, output also given here. Coding and also output, like that. Everything is available, which is related to Python. Okay. So tomorrow, if you want any concept from Python, for example, then you can go to this documentation. Anything about the what Python, the table of content left side. Okay. Actually, this I clicked on the if statement. So actually, this if statement is belongs to like control flow tools here. So you can find more about this. Okay. Right. So, however, you can understand this once if we step into the Python. So once if we start the coding, and if you know some topics, then you can understand this more. Okay. However, I am going to explain to you in very easy manner than this documentation. Okay. Right. Because sometimes you may not understand this documentation definitions also. Okay. Because these are designed by the developers or scientists who design the Python. Okay. Right. Fine. So this documentation is available openly in the Google or internet, so anybody can use it. This is what here open source, the feature. Next, Python is a high-level programming language. Python is what here? High-level programming language. Means what? So before that, we have to understand what is mean by high-level language. Okay. High-level language and high-level programming language. Before understanding high-level programming language, first we'll discuss what is meant by high-level language. Okay. So high-level language means, now I will give 2 points. One is, so general English. General English is known as high-level language. Okay. General English. So like, for example, I am talking something. That is what here general English. And we also can say, for example, this is general English. Like something I written. This is general English, right? So which we talk, which we can, write something. Okay, using the English. That is what general English. So general English, we can say that is a high level language. Okay. Or you can say one more point also. This high level language, any idea? This is a user understandable language one. High level languages. Okay, right. So you can say one more point. High level language includes what? Alphabets like A to Z, upper or lowercase alphabets. Next, digits, 0 to 9 combination, any 0, 1, 2, 3, something and so on till 9, and 0 to 9 combination also. And then special characters or symbols. For example, plus, minus, parenthesis, star, okay, at the rate, maybe exclamatory, okay, these are all. Dot also, including dot also. So these are what different characters. Okay. See, all these are called actually characters only. Even generally in the programming language or you can take in the in any technology, these are called actually characters. You can take alphabets, you can take digits, you can take some symbols also. All these are called here characters. Okay. So this high level language supports for different characters. That includes the alphabets A to Z, uppercase letters and lowercase letters, and digits 0 to 9 and its combination, and also what? Some symbols. We know we can understand all these. Yes or no? Can understand or not? Yes, we know the alphabets, right? The childhood only already we learned all these things. And we know these 0 to 9 numbers. And we know all these symbols also. So we know all these characters. So now the point is, we can write the Python program using this high level language. Using this high level language. Means what? Means we can write the Python program using what here? General English, or using these characters. So this high level language is a human understandable language. Human can understand very easy. So it's very easy to write the programs. Especially now we are talking about Python. So it is very easy to write the Python programs. Okay, right. So that's why Python is known as high level programming language. High level means don't think that it's very high, something like that. It's not like that. So high level means its meaning is this one. Okay, right. So because some people will think that high level means it's very high. Okay, there may be one more is called something low level. Okay, there is a low level is there. The meaning is different again. See, if you take, okay, you can ask a question to me that, sir, we can also write programs of Java, programs of .NET also using this high level, right? Yes. Nowadays, you can take any programming, any technology. Okay, there we are writing the code using this high level language only. But if you take just few years back, suppose if you take the C programming or C++, at the starting of the C and C++ programming, we were not using this high level language. Okay, so we are using one more language is called, let me write here. Any idea? Maybe in your degrees or BTechs, you heard that terminology. Any idea? Anybody, please? Still, we can write the C programming, C++ programming, not only high level language, we use one more language. Anybody? Any idea, please? Online guys? Understood my question? I repeat the question once again. I hope you understood this high level language, right? I said high level language means that is a general English, or this language includes all these characters, alphabets, digits, and also symbols. So using this high level language, we write the Python program, I said. Okay, however, not only Python programs, we also can write using this high level, we also can write Java programs, C# .NET programs, even C language, C++ programs. Nowadays, we are writing the all programs of different programming languages using this high level language only. But once upon a time, we were using one more language to write the programs. What is that language? I am asking. Suppose C language programs, C++ programs, we are not writing once upon a time using this high level language. So we are using one more language.
Assembly language.
Yes. Who's that? Who said this one? Raja. Good. What is that here? Assembly language is the answer. Okay. So don't think that assembly language means the political leaders who talks something language in assembly. It's not like that. Okay. You know, right? All the political leaders will talk in assembly, right? That's not the assembly language here. Okay. It's different here. So assembly language means here, actually in this assembly language, we don't write the programs using this general English or using these all characters. Exactly. Okay. So there we are going to use some commands, or you can say there are exactly are called mnemonics. M is a silent word. Okay. in the assembly language, we use some commands or you can say some mnemonics. Using these mnemonics or commands, we write the program section. C programs, still we can write the C programs because if you want to design any system related applications, say for example, OS, driver level, chip level, if you want to write the programs for that, still right now also we can use what? This low level programming is called assembly language because it is very close to the systems or very close to the machines. Okay. So using this assembly language, we can write that type of programs, like the programs which are suitable for the chip level, machine level, OS level. Okay, for that purpose, we use this assembly language. But if you want to design these high level applications like mobile apps, web applications, okay, all these things. So we have to use generally what here? High level language only. Okay, right. So, but however, right now, this assembly language also we are using, but it is depends on requirement. Okay, but however, nowadays we are using high level language to write the programs and to design the applications. It's very easier than assembly language. Understanding writing programs using assembly language is not that much of easy. Okay, not that much of easy. Okay, so but whereas high level language is very simple to write, simple to understand also because it is just like general English. So already I shown some simple programs in the Python already I shown, right? Like that in the way we can write the programs. Okay. Right. Now, so that's why Python is known as what here? High level programming language. Because why? We write the Python programs using the high level language. Or you can say generally. That's why it is known as high level programming language. That is the reason. See, many people will say that like Python is a high level programming, general purpose and platform independent dynamically programming language. They will say if they ask what is Python means. But they are unable to say what is high level, what is general purpose, what is platform independent, what is dynamically. Because some people will say the definition like this also. You also can say, if you know these, meanings of these words, then you can say what is Python? It's a programming language and it's high level, general purpose, platform independent and dynamically. And also it is a procedure and also object-oriented programming. Or you can say it is an interpreted language also. You can say this type of definition as well. Once if you know about all these things. But if you understand what are all these exactly, some people will say something like this blindly. But if you ask what is high level, what is general purpose, they cannot answer. They cannot answer. Okay, that's why you have to understand all these things also. So now let's go to the next point. What is the next point here? General purpose programming language. Python is a general purpose programming language. Means what? So general purpose means it's very simple. Already I discussed here in the earlier previous sessions. See, nowadays Python are we using only for designing one particular application or in one technology? No. Yes or no? Yes, online guys. Are we using Python only in one particular technology or are we designing only one particular application using the Python? Yes or no? No. Right? So because I already given set of applications of Python to you. Right? Nowadays Python we are using in the different technologies like AI ML, data science, machine learning. We also can do the web development, the gaming, okay, so desktop applications, okay. We are using in different areas to develop the different and variety type of applications. That is why Python is known as what? General purpose programming language. Actually, we have one more terminology is called special purpose programming language. Special purpose means that programming language is suitable only for one particular type of tasks. Okay. Or we can design one particular type of applications. Which one? Which one? Special purpose programming languages. For example, I said already something about HTML, right, in the introduction or demo session, right? HTML. It is also one programming. HTML stands for hypertext markup language. What is the use of this HTML? With the help of this, what we do?
Front-end development.
Yeah, we can create what? Web pages. Just we can create the web pages. Okay. In the web development, compulsory. Without this HTML, we cannot create the website also. That much of very important is. Okay. So HTML stands for hypertext markup language. This is used to create the web page. Okay. In this web page, we can arrange some different types of components like buttons, text, images, videos, audios. Okay. Maybe graphics, animations, all these we can arrange in the page. So we can arrange these type of components and we can create a page. So this HTML suitable only to create these type of web pages. Okay. So, but we don't use HTML for other purpose. Tell me if you have any idea. Sir, HTML also can use for this purpose also. Any idea, please? If you know. Online guys, any idea? So can we use HTML other than this one, other than developing these web pages? Can you use for other purpose? Yes or no? No, right?
No.
So that is why this HTML you can say it is what? Special purpose. It's not a general purpose. Okay. But however, we can design different what? Web pages. Okay. But the purpose is designing the web page. That is what HTML is a special purpose programming, whereas Python is a general purpose programming language. Okay, right. Next. What is the next one? Platform independent or portable. It is also one more very important feature. First of all, let's understand what is meant by platform here. In this terminology, platform is what? See, platform is any operating system, OS. OS means operating system, like Windows, Linux, Mac, Android. These are what? Different types of operating systems. So generally now these are called here platforms. So platform independent means what? Let me explain with one diagram to you so you can understand very easy. Now see, this is a diagram. Now this is a Python program or Python software or application. Okay. Once if you write a Python program or once if you create an application using the Python code, now that program or application, so we can run on multiple platforms. We can run in Windows. We also can run in the Linux, same program. Okay. Same program you also can run in where? Mac OS. Same program or application you also can run in where? Android, for example. Means, so what we are doing here, we are designing the program or we are designing the application only one time. Only one copy. One time, one copy. That application or program, we are able to run in multiple platforms like Windows, Linux, Mac, Android. Tomorrow, if there is any new operating system, new OS comes also, yes, happily we can run our program, Python program in that new OS also. It will not show any errors to you. Okay, the program will not show any errors, means it will not show any incompatible issues to you to run your program in different platforms. Okay, this is the advantage here. So if it is a platform dependent, what is the problem? Platform dependent means, suppose For example, platform dependent means suppose I written this program or I design this application that is suitable to Windows. So that this will work only in what? Windows. But this will not work in other platforms. But if you want to make to work in other platforms, what you have to do? Again, you have to keep a separate copy of this and you have to do some little bit modification in that. Okay. That is suitable to which one? Linux. You have to maintain separate copy. Again, tomorrow if you want to run this application, same application in other platform, again you have to take a separate copy for this. So take a separate copy for this and you have to modify something that is suitable to which one? Mac. Means you have to modify every time whenever you want to run in different platform. That is a problem with what? Platform dependent. Which one is best one? Which one is the best feature? Dependent or independent? Independent is better.
Independent.
Because here we design only one time and we can run and we can use it anywhere on any plan. That is what a feature. Okay, right. So still we have some of the programming languages which are platform dependent. For example, C language is what? It's a platform dependent only. It's not platform independent. The programs or applications which you write using, C programming, they are the platform dependent. Okay, right. So, however, Python offers platform, which one? Independent feature, right? Or you can say portable also. So, portable means what? General meaning is what here? We can carry that program, we can run on anywhere. That is what portable, right? Next feature is dynamically typed programming language. Dynamically typed programming language means what? See, before this feature, you have to understand about the data type concept. Okay, we'll discuss this in detail. We also have a topic is called data types in Python that we are going to learn where in the fundamentals of Python. Next, after completion of these features, we are going to start what here fundamentals. In that, there is a topic is called here data types. Now, however, I am going to explain this briefly here because to understand this point, we need to understand data type is what actually. Okay, see, if you already know any programming language, I think you know at least C language. Do you know C language? Yes. Online guys, anybody know C language? At least one language, not only C. That may be C or C++ or Java, any programming language, maybe .NET also. I hope anyone programming you know. If you don't know, don't worry. You can understand. Suppose if you take any other programming language, if you want to store any value, how to store? So we do like this. Suppose if you want to store integer value or integer data, generally we do like this. Int a equal to integer value, some value, like this. If you want to store float value, float b equal to some float value like this. Okay, now? So actually here, int, next what? Float are called what, data types. These are called what here? Data types. Fine. So the point is, in Python, these are the statements from other programmings like C language, C++, Java, .NET like that. But in Python, if you want to store any value or if you want to create variable, these are called here variables. A is a variable, B is a variable. Variable also a topic. We'll discuss in the fundamentals. So here A, B are called here variables that we use to store the values. Like here I am storing the 20 in A, 4.5 in a B. Okay, right. So if you want to store a value into the variable in other programming, we have to create those variables along with the data types like this. Along with the data type. But in Python, without using these data types, like without using these what? Data types, simply directly we can create the variables and we can store the data. We can create the data, means we can create the variables. But internally, these data types are available. Internally, these data types are available. So whenever I use, for example, a equal to 10 like this, and if I run this statement, then at runtime, so whenever I run this statement, at runtime of this Python program, the type of the variable will be decided by the Python. If you take here 10 means, automatically it will create as what? A is what type? Int type, internally, automatically. You no need to use it. Same way, if you create a variable with something like b equal to 6.9 something, this is what type now? Float type. Automatically, it will create internally as what? Float type. B as a float type. At runtime, the type of the variable will be decided by the what? Which one? Python software only. At runtime means here, that is called here dynamical. So dynamic means what here? Runtime. So the point is here, now I am telling the dynamically typed programming language means what? The type of the variable will be decided by the Python at runtime of the program, Python program, without using what? Data types explicitly like this. That is why Python is known as what? Dynamically typed programming language. Because the type of the variable will be decided at runtime of the Python program. That is why it is known as what here? Dynamically typed programming language. So as a programmer, you no need to use the data type to create the variables like a equal to 10. Just you can simply write here a equal to 10. That's it. B equal to 6.9. You know to use here int, float, for the string, str is there. Okay. There are so many data types are there. We'll discuss each and everything one by one. But here you no need to, maybe you no need to remember. You no need to use here. But internally these are available. Okay. Suppose here, let's go to the Python shell. Now see here. Here Python shell already connected here. Now I use a equal to 10. Okay. You can print a value. You can check type also here. See here. Type of a. Type is one function. Okay. So type of a. So you can hit enter button. Now see what is the type here? Int, right? What is class? We'll see later. Don't worry. Don't confuse. We'll see that one by one. Now it is an int type. Class int type. Next, if I take b equal to 3.8 for example, you can print b here. Check the type of b here. Now what is the type here? Float. See, we are not using the data type to create the variables, to store the values. Same way, s equal to Python. So what is the type of s? Can you guess what is the type of s here? String.
String.
You know, string. This is a string. So here the data type is there, str. Str means here string. See here, I am not using any data type like int, float, string to create these variables. Okay, so internally the Python software is creating the variables with a data type automatically. That's why it is known as dynamically typed programming language. Okay, right. So, okay, I have a doubt here. So can I use a syntax like just now I shown in a C language, C++, Java, we use one syntax to create the variable. Like for example, let's use like this, int x equal to 100. So will it work? Any idea? Can you guess?
Yes.
Yes? Yeah. Anybody more? Will it work or not? I am using the data type explicitly like this. So guess the answer. We'll see. It may be right or wrong. We'll see here. From online guys. What you are thinking? Will it support or not? Just imagine.
It won't.
If it supports,
It will
yeah.
think this as a two different statement. It will throw error.
Error. Okay, great. Yes. Anybody? What you are thinking? Because you have to think. Because in other programming, this syntax work here. In Python, if I try to use other programming syntax, will it work or not? What your answer? Often, guys. Often, guys, answer. Hmm? Works, sir? Works? Okay. Let me check it. So, any other answers?
I think it will not work, sir.
It will not work. Okay. Fine. Now see, I'll press enter button and you can see this is actually will not support. So that what? Error. See here, syntax error, invalid syntax. Okay, now? Right. Remember this point. Because you have to understand this one also. Right. So, don't use the data type explicitly. Okay. So this is what actually dynamically typed programming language, the feature. I hope you understood this, right? Fine. Okay, so remaining features I'm going to discuss in the next session. Like we have a policy-oriented and also object-oriented programming language. Interpreted language is what? Extensible, embedded, and also modules. All these I'm going to cover in the next session. Okay. Today I discussed about first few here, like simple and easy, free and open source, high-level programming language, general purpose programming language, platform independent or portable, and dynamically typed programming language. So if you have any doubts in these points, please let me know. So any doubts in this? If anybody knows, say for example, while class is going on, if I ask any question, if you know something, so try to respond, especially the online guys. So that if it is wrong, then you are going to understand what is right. Okay. Fine. So fine then. So if no doubts, you can leave the session, guys. Okay. Thank you.